Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for November 8, 2022, the Sick Man of Europe edition. And we begin with that story from Politico, which says that Britain is now the sick man of Europe, unfortunately, yet again. How did this happen? Well, of course, it all started with Brexit, and then the complete fudge of British politicians to actually implement Brexit. You can't take away your largest trading partner and expect to have a successful economy. When you put in the place or overlay the just catastrophic economic decisions made by the Tory governments during the Bojo era and thereafter, you begin to see how bad off Britain is. Next up, we have 2 articles on massive state corruption at the gubernatorial level. The first one comes to us from Fox 25 News, which says that a lawsuit has been filed against the governor of Oklahoma, one Kevin Stitt, for a massive pattern of corruption. Court documents show the plaintiff has accused Stitt of being responsible for a massive pattern of corruption and secret dealings in the executive branch of state government that have resulted in misuse and misappropriation of taxpayer funds and abuse of public office. Over in the Houston Chronicle, business columnist Chris Tomlinson says that Texas corruption is corrosive, laws go unenforced, and that corruption is literally at the very highest level of the state government, i.e. the governor, that the governor has consistently made decisions that have personally benefited numerous companies who have then made campaign contributions. You can't say they're kickbacks. You can't say they're bribes because they're campaign contributions. After requiring the citizens of the state of Texas to pay for the increased electrical profits from the 2021 massive freeze of some $220 million, Abbott received $4.6 million from the energy industry. The railroad commissioner faced a similar test in 2020 when the agency itself recommended rejection of a permit from one of his hometown's wealthiest customers or companies. The railroad commissioner overruled that and was rewarded with a $100 campaign contribution. And finally, the U.S. and Canada have sanctioned the former president and president of the Senate of Haiti and put them on the watch list for corruption. So more corruption in Haiti, and it is descending down into complete chaos. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.